little bit of an issue here in Detroit. Maybe not so much. Depends where you guys gauge it. But star wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown is ruled out of practice for 2 consecutive days in a row with an abdominal injury. I got it out that time. He was actually. We have a video from speaking today. Chris, did you get that one in there?
Yeah, the one of Amon-Ra speaking.
Yeah. This did make me feel a little bit better about the situation.
There you go.
But abdominal injury. I'm feeling pretty good. I was running today.
Did I?
Actually, I think I might have hit one of my top speeds the other day, so feeling pretty good.
Did it happen during the game or something?
Yeah, during the game. Yeah.
How fast?
I think I hit like 21. 21. Yeah.
Are you aiming? Are you aiming for a certain speed?
Nah, I wasn't aiming for anything. Just
With the injury, is it a pain management thing? Is it a mobility thing? It affect a whole lot of things.
Yeah, just pain. Just pain.
Right. Is that deep in touch then?
No.
Has Jano been looking in practice?
Now, I'm not going to lie. I know that's your first time seeing that because I just now saw it right before the show, thank God. And shout out to Chris for getting that in there. But I do feel better. But I never really was concerned in the first place.
I wasn't concerned either. You look at this guy, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's a warrior, man. He's not a coward. He is a warrior. And if you think he is dealing with some injuries, he's going to go out there. He's going to play through it. He's going to do what he can to get on the field. You know, he's as tough as it comes. He is going to play through small things, and it doesn't look like it's that serious. You just heard him talking about he hit one of his fastest times on the field. So that is a good thing. He said like 21 miles an hour.
I'm gonna be talking this shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you watch him on his podcast, his brother, I love the back and forth between him and whatever guests they bring on. Like, I don't know if he actually hit his top speed today, but if he didn't, it's just him being him, and I love that about him. But no, keep going. I apologize.
No, you're right. He talks his shit, and if he can be out there, he's gonna be out there. This guy's a gamer. He's always ready to play. He always comes prepared. We all know that about him. So I expect him to be out there. We'll see what happens at practice tomorrow. That'll be a big indicator. That Thursday practice is always one that's like, all right, if they miss the Thursday practice, it's not that great. But also with Amon-Ra, if he misses the entire week of practice, and he says he's good, I'll still think he's going to be able to play. Because this is not a guy that's like, oh, he needs to be at practice. He needs to be getting these reps. He needs to get his rhythm down or his timing down or anything like that. This is a guy who's dialed in. He does what he's supposed to do. He knows where he's supposed to be. He makes his plays. He does his assignments. So it's not like he is a guy that needs to be at practice every day. So he's had 10 days of rest, or he's going to have 10 days of rest coming up to Sunday. I expect him to be in there. I expect him to play against the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point you made, too. The 10 days of rest, obviously, if you guys listen to the clip just now, he said he got hurt during that game. You have the 10 days of rest. The thing about talking shit, you kind of have to back it up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're the Brandon Katz of the world, and nobody takes you seriously. And you're just a big joke. Amon-Ra likes to talk his shit. And so that being said, he makes sure he puts in the work to back it up. It's much like Chris Jones, who missed all offseason.
Yeah.
Missed week 1 of the NFL season, jumps back in then the Kansas City Chiefs' second game of the season against the Jacksonville Jaguars, right to par. Because he's a top 10 guy in this league at his position. Amon-Ra St. Brown, it's up for debate for some people, I guess, but in my eyes, is a top 10 wide receiver in this league.
Yes.
So as you said, he could take all week off, and I guarantee you he's be able to hop in that game plan and do what he's got to do.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
contribute in a strong way. And even beyond that, too, if it were a situation, let's keep it real about it, at least from my perspective. I know some people may have some nightmares still about the Panthers game from last year, but I think this Detroit Lions team is set to dominate this team. It's with Amon-Ra St. Brown or without him. Now, maybe not as much of a domination without St. Brown in the lineup, but you still have a damn good team. Brad Holmes, he drafted weapons. He signed weapons. And Jared Goff has got them. And on top of that, too, he has an elite offensive line.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be able to produce. If they're missing any one guy, let's be real. I mean, we love these players, but every single one of these guys, I feel like has like a little bit of star potential in this offense. We obviously know that about Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't think people have to come to grips with it anymore. I think Sam Laporte is here.
Yes.
You see that in Sam Laporte.
I'm here.
Jameson Williams, a first-round pick. Now, obviously, he's going to be a little bit limited in his first game back. But a lot of these guys in this team, Dave Montgomery has looked like a stud so far behind this offensive line. Like, a lot of these guys have that star potential to be difference makers. But the beautiful thing about it, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
So if you lose, you go down on Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I don't want it to happen. But even if you want to allow him to rest an extra game, you can afford that luxury because you were just so stocked, locked, and loaded at everywhere else. And this team runs that offense just as that too. 91 guys getting the ball every single play. That's why it's so hard to stop. You don't know which weapon it is. Ben Johnson's so nice with it, is that he's utilizing guys that were kind of like casted out of the league, like a Khalif Raymond or Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds was cut from the Tennessee Titans before he landed here in Detroit. Khalif Raymond, I think Tennessee Titans as well too, before he landed here in Detroit. Ben's making all that work.
He makes plays. He makes things move. He does what he can do with what is available to him. And like you said, yes, Amon-Ra, if he were to miss this game, it would be a big hit. He is arguably the focal point of this offense outside of the running game. He is a top 10 receiver in this league. But they have a lot of players who can fill that role of that intermediate route, of that middle of the field route. When you look at a Sam Laporta, you look at a Jahmyr Gibbs, you look at a Khalif Raymond, these are guys that can take over some of those touches if Amon-Ra happens to miss this game. Yeah, you're going to miss him. He is one of the best players on this team. He's a leader both on and off of the field, but you have guys that can step up if he is absent. So I'm not too worried about it. Again, I think wholeheartedly that he's going to play in this game. I think he's going to go out there, he's going to suit up, and he's going to take care of business. But if he doesn't, there are guys that can fill into that role. There are guys that can take those snaps and be effective in that usage. So I'm not too worried about it. I expect them to have a game plan already constructed to go out there and dominate the Panthers. I expect it to be a run-heavy attack against this Carolina Panthers, but still, it'd be nice to see 14 suit up.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, like again, I don't even necessarily need it in like the Amon-Ra St. Brown role per se. I just think there's like just multiple facets of this offense. Like Jahmyr Gibbs, for instance, we bitched about it all day yesterday. That's a guy we haven't really seen his full potential. That's an opportunity for him to step up. And one of the reasons you haven't seen him to his full potential is you have an Amon-Ra St. Brown doing what he needs to do, who deserves more looks at him just by what he's given to you at this level in the NFL. You have a David Montgomery, as we broke it down yesterday, who's doing what he's done at this NFL level. Like, yes, Jahmyr Gibbs may have something in there, but right now, if we want to win games, we're going to go with what's working.
Yes.
That's what kind of like similar to like the situation last year where people kind of bitch about the Jameson Williams targets. It's like, brother, the Detroit Lions are on a win streak right now. The Detroit Lions are fighting for the playoffs right now. Excuse me if I'm not going to pause what we got going on to try to get somebody else incorporated. Like, he's going to have like his spots and his time to shine, and we're going to definitely give him like moments. And Ben Johnson said in his press conference today is like, if a guy's healthy, he's playing, he's got assignments in this game. And we're going to see Jameson Williams in that. But like, if they're not, if they haven't been contributing to what's already working,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. I'm not forcing the issue.
Yeah, you don't force a square hole into a round peg. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You got something good going, you keep doing that. You go back to the well, you do what you got to do. And I am, like I said, I'm expecting a run-heavy attack. I'm expecting a run-heavy offense for the Detroit Lions in this game, but we'll see. We'll see. I do expect Amon-Ra to suit up, but it's not the end of the world if he doesn't.
It's really not. Nick, you got season tickets on. You're a big Detroit Lions fan. What do you make of the Amon-Ra St. Brown injury, whether he's in or out?
Yeah, my concern level is at about a 2 out of 10, and that's just because this is his like third or fourth practice he's missed in the last couple weeks. So I just don't want something nagging, whether it's the toe or the ab. This is our number one guy on offense, and it does not flow as well with him out. And that happened last year when we lost in that Seattle game, I believe. So I'm at a 2, but I think we can take care of Carolina if Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't play, but obviously we look a lot better with him in there.
Yeah.
Yep. And by the way, too, like, hey, Detroit Lions fans, your defense arrived. You got that package just waiting for you on the front step. They're ready to go. It's here. You know, no more of that AG slander. Chris, you went on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to say anything that hasn't already been said. Yes, he's important, and yes, I'm not concerned about this injury. Like, both of those things are true. I think this is as close to a load management situation that you'll see in the NFL, like we see all the time in the NBA. I think that's all it is. It's just being cautious and putting him in a situation where if he's not 100% to practice, he doesn't need to practice. He's consistent. You know he's going to show up to big games. And that's it. That's all it is. So I'm not too concerned about it at all, and I am confident in this Lions team with or without Amon-Ra St. Brown. But I'm not concerned about the injury whatsoever.
I think we're all on the same page too, as far as like this team performing with him limited or with him out. But I guess the question for me turns to, who is the guy do you expect to step up in those situations?
In that case, if Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't play, I think Sam Laporta is going to eat. I think Jahmyr Gibbs will get a lot of snaps in that slot role if Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't play in this game. I think we're going to see him on the outside a lot if Amon-Ra St. Brown can't suit up. And then, of course, Khalif Raymond. Khalif Raymond, he could step right into that. He can do a lot of the things that Amon-Ra St. Brown could do. Obviously not up to the level that Amon-Ra St. Brown does them.
Yeah.
But still, he is a similar type wide receiver who can do some things for the offense.
Yeah, I agree with you too. Sam Laporta is my guy. I'm definitely be keeping an eye on the betting props for that game. Again, whether Amon-Ra's in or out, I think we'll know he's going to be kind of limited. And like you said, if worst case scenario, probably closest to like a snap count as you will. But Sam Laporta taking a lot of those intermediate routes. And I like Josh Reynolds too as a wide receiver too, especially if you got Jameson Williams out there too running those Z routes. So
Exactly.
I like that as well. Chris, you gonna say something?
I was just about to say the name that nobody said yet is J-Mo's returning, and while we all expect him to not be 100% and fully just in tune with the offense, he'll at least give you something. And again, with this Lions offense, the way it's distributed is Amon-Ra St. Brown is easily the best player on offense. Yet he's getting 5, 6, 7 catches a game, like which is a good amount, but not what you would compare him to with other elite receivers that are in his class talent-wise. That's because this offense is so diverse and there's so many ways. So all you have to do is give Sam Laporta 2 extra, throw one to J-Mo, and those 5, 6, 7 catches are pretty easy to replace
easy,
in a sense.
It's easy, baby.
It's easy, baby.
A couple comments on Woodward Sports Channel I want to get to before we go to break here. Sauce Gallagher, perfect timing. He says Reynolds is close thing to a possession receiver. Don't sleep. Marvin has old man hands, and I agree. I think when you look at Amon-Ra St. Brown, I know he plays the slot. He kind of plays everywhere, honestly, but like I look at him as a possession guy and a yak guy. I think Josh Reynolds provides you that possession type receiver, and obviously Marvin Jones can do that for you too.